All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this weekly reading for December 14th to December the 20th. So, this is going to be a very important week also, because tomorrow in the Eastern Time, there will be a solar eclipse in Sagittarius and also a new moon. So, we're going to have two strong energies happening tomorrow morning. So I was thinking to read a little bit about it, a little bit about the solar eclipse and in Sagittarius, and kind of like what we're looking forward after the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. So also leave a link below about that. So we're going to explore a few things today and just talk about it and just go ahead and chat if you guys want to discuss about it as well. And then we'll go straight to the weekly reading. Okay. So I'm just going to read a little bit about it here, about the new moon solar eclipse. Okay. So new moon signals new beginnings. So this is the time of new beginnings coming forward for us really soon. I can already feel the pre-shadow phases of these new beginnings. It's kind of like a bit further in the distance, but I can really feel it getting closer. So it does really resonate with me. So but December 14th, new moon, which occurs in the sign of Sagittarius, is especially powerful. It will be met with a total solar eclipse at around 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Hello. And it will bring forth big changes for our future. So I'm really looking forward for that, because I feel like Saturn energy has been really pulling me back and restricting me and kind of punishing me. But I feel like with Jupiter coming in conjunction with Saturn, I feel like there's going to be a lot of liberation finally happening, right? And those lessons that Saturn likes to teach us will be kind of learned, right? So no, don't hate Saturn energy. It's a good teacher. Saturn's a good teacher. A total solar eclipse is what happens when the new moon passes directly between the sun and the earth, blocking out the sun's light completely. The energies of this eclipse will be expansive and stimulating, and will be pulled to try something different and adventurous. So this is going to push us to get out of our comfort zone for sure. Things that we were kind of pulling back. I think things that we were really driven to do, but because of fears and a lot of doubt, right, could probably have restricted us to move on forward, right? Oh, well, at this moment I'm not doing personal readings, but I am still doing monthly love readings and monthly Taroscope readings, so you can participate on that as well. I'm slowly gonna start building a website. It's still in the works, and slowly thinking of taking people in for personal readings. So I'll definitely let everyone know about that. Um, so yeah, for sure. But yes, this eclipse will help us, get out of our comfort zone, right, and push us forward into things that we weren't. Well, we are prepared for it for sure, but it's perhaps our insecurities or self-doubt, like I mentioned, that is kind of pushing us back and limiting us, right? But I feel like this energy is going to give us that push, push us out into the waters, jump into the pool, the cold pool. So yes, in astrology, a solar eclipse can be something of a turning point. Decisions made at this point can have a long lasting implications in the future. So these things are quite impactful and will impact you later, like in the future, in the long run. It's not little minor changes. It's big changes and lasting changes, right? That can carry forward for the next 10 years, right? So that's something to be mindful of. All right, so I kind of want to explain a little bit further about about Jupiter and Saturn as well. Just minor information. Oh, well, it's also a good time to manifest, as well during these times. All right, so I'm going to read a few points that I watched. I'll leave a link below of her video. She kind of explains the whole chart and gives explanation about what's happening with the solar eclipse and the conjunction and the effects that's going to happen to us. So if you want to go more in detail into it, I'll leave the link below after the stream. So okay, Sagittarius solar eclipse for 2020. So this is suggesting moving forward, the next call of your soul. So your soul's calling. So it's time to kind of really dig deep into what you really want to pursue at this time. What's your soul's calling at this time? What are the urges that you are being driven towards, right? And so this is telling you to move forward to it. It's basically pushing you forward to actually pursue it and start doing it, right? It's time for something bigger and something higher. So if you perhaps have been getting an inner calling to do something that you've been wanting to do for a while now, I think this is the time that the energies are going to be amplified for you to be able to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. So kind of dreams coming true, actually. Your dreams slowly coming true for these couple of months. It won't be as quick, but I think it's going to start progressing, right, towards that direction, right? Because there's certain things that we need to resolve with still the Saturn energy being there. We need to resolve certain things, certain restrictions that we are still needing to deal with, right? And but still having your eye on the true north. That's the feeling I'm getting, right? So these things that you're being pulled towards that are bigger and higher, I feel like a higher purpose, those are the things that you're going to need to start to focus on now during these next few months. Okay, pretty soon. So you will definitely be receiving a lot of inspiration. This will allow lots of inspiration to flow in to the universe, kind of giving you hints and clues of what kind of steps to take next in order to pursue those dreams, in order to manifest those dreams, right? So the universe is going to slowly start to give you little hints and signs. So pay closer attention to synchronicities, okay, to messages around, because that's going to be hints and clues to kind of giving you the steps, right, to get there slowly. Okay. Now, this is also a time of letting go of what no longer is your truth. So probably in previous 10 years, we were probably pursuing other things. We had other goals, other dreams, right? And we had a different kind of level of consciousness at that time, and perhaps that was a part of your development and your growth and evolution at that time. But now you are evolving, right? We're always constantly changing and evolving, and this time is a time where we have to step forward into now what is our new truth, right? Because our old truth is no longer there. Well, it's always there, but it doesn't serve us anymore. So it's time to really look at what your real truth is at this time and kind of push, well, be grateful of the experiences that old truth brought forth and got you to where you are. But now those truths are not serving you at this time. So it's time to let go of those truths and follow what is really your truth. So that's the message as well. So this will help you take you to a new direction. Okay, so for this solar eclipse in Sagittarius, so any directions that you were heading towards, you're going to start to feel that those truths no longer resonate, that direction no longer resonates for you, that it served its purpose back then, but now it's not taking you where you need to really go. So you're going to see certain things come out to the surface and make you realize what is the path that you need to take to, what is your real direction, right? So this is what I mean about pursuing something higher, something bigger for yourself, right? So this is the message for it as well. So this will bring forth new potentials that are available and move forward towards it. So yes, the energies are that are going to support you to move forward towards those new potentials, and move forward towards it. And I think you're going to discover new things about yourself, new abilities, new talents, that they were always there, but it's just that we never pushed ourselves forward into kind of blossoming it, right? So I feel like this is going to be a time to blossom as well. So you're definitely going to be discovering a lot of things about yourself, I feel. Okay, so that's great. Great energies. So energies coming through to the end of 2020 will bring forth inspirations, like I mentioned before, and what you really want out of life, right? And they're gonna the universe is gonna support that, and it's gonna show you what to do next, right? So that's gonna enhance. And I think they really want you to know as well, the universe and your spirit guides as well, is that it's okay to still move forward in your dreams and these higher goals and pursuits, even though you're burdened with responsibilities, right? And I feel this is the Saturn energy, or like we have a lot of responsibilities to take care of still, and we still need to resolve certain things or certain contracts, right? And even though we are still kind of needing to resolve those situations, to still not give up on your bigger dreams and your bigger goals, because it's going to start manifesting actually, and these energies are actually going to start enhancing it, and they're going to start making it grow. So that's why it's important to keep focused in your goals and not step back and give into it, right? Or give up, right? Because of responsibilities and certain things that we have to focus on in the matrix world, right? So keep your focus on this bigger direction, on this new dream, okay? Because these energies are enhancing it and will start to manifest. So as Jupiter and Saturn move into Aquarius, they will help you bring new solutions to this new dream. You have earned this new dream. So you've probably been working really hard. You've probably been working really hard to pursue this dream, this higher purpose, this your truth, right? And perhaps, universe is aware of how much struggle perhaps you have gone through into achieving everything, right? But with Saturn and Jupiter moving to Aquarius, it's actually going to help you bring solutions into resolving these conflicts or blockages, or blockages on the roads, rocks on the roads, that can prevent the flow of stream for us to pursue it more smoothly and easily, right? So that's important too. That's great. So that Aquarian energy is going to actually help bring this into manifestation. So you have earned this dream. So tune into your inner guidance, inner compass, right? The call of your soul, and tell it where you want it to direct it to. Okay. So yeah, so not give up on the bigger dream, what is true for you now, even if it's taking long to stabilize it. So we may be struggling in stabilizing situations, or setting forth kind of like a foundation for ourselves to make this into a reality. Even if sometimes we have uncertainty about these dreams and what we want to achieve, it's just really telling us not to give up, because this is a perfect time, and stay open to what may happen. Okay, so those are the messages for the Sagittarius solar eclipse 2020 and Jupiter and Saturn great conjunction. So what's interesting is that back in 2012, I kept seeing 1221 all the time, and this is when I was just starting to go through my awakening process and starting to see synchronicities. I was watching videos online that was just enhancing my awakening process, and this was back in 2012. And then I just kept seeing 1221 all the time, 1221, 1221, and I'm just like, shouldn't I be seeing 2012 instead, like 20112 everywhere as a synchronistic message, right? Because obviously I could feel this was a shift happening, right? But I just kept seeing 1221, and I couldn't understand why, because I'm just like, what is this number? Because it was very obvious, just like one time when I saw 1111 in the subway, and a big screen just says 1111. So it was big. And same with 1221. So 1221 was like a very big number back in 2012. And I think that has something to do with like it being a pre-shadow phase of the Aquarian age, right? Seeing that a lot of things happen during that time. And I feel like, sometimes we receive energies earlier before they take place or they are marked on the calendar, right? So, for example, like when the full moon happens, I tend to feel the energies of the full moon like 2 or 3 days before it actually happens, right? And so I get affected a lot. Yeah, I remember you started to see 1111. Yeah, and a lot of my friends too. During that time. But I just didn't understand 1221. Why 1221? And then I realized like December 12th, right? Not December 12th, sorry, December 21 is actually the time that it's going to be the Aquarian age, right? So I didn't know that back then, 8, 9, 10 years ago. So I think 8 years ago. So that's interesting, and I keep seeing signs of like the equinox. Like I see the words equinox everywhere. So I'm like, okay, this is very big. It kind of started to scare me, but that was back then. So, but it's interesting how we receive messages so early before they actually happen, right? So it's like a pre-shadow phases of it, and like I said with the full moon energies, we tend to feel those energies before it actually happens, right? And I wonder if it goes into that theory of the speed of light, where like, it takes time for light to travel through space, right? Until finally it reaches it. So perhaps there's something that travels even faster than light, right? That we receive the energy faster before we see the manifestations of it happening. So that's one theory of it. And like how, for example, the solar eclipse, right? I did feel it 2 days before it's happening. Like it's strange with the lunar eclipse, it gives me more energy, but with the solar eclipse, I feel very drained. So today I've been very, very drained. And with the lunar eclipse, it like enhances my energy, I feel. But today I feel very drained. And I had like a boost of energy yesterday, and it was very strange. It was it was just randomly, it just came, and I just started to like dance into that rhythm, and I just like, whoa, where is this energy coming from? It's like this strong fire energy, right? And I think it's like a solar energy coming through, and I just gave me so much energy. I just started dancing, and I needed to release it, but it was such a strong power, and it was such an intensity of it of the dance that I had to release it. And then I'm just like, was that the solar eclipse energy taking place? I don't know. So if you guys had experiences like that, share it in the comments or in the chat. So that was very interesting experience. Yeah. So all right, guys. So let's start with the weekly reading. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a bit. Okay. So yes. So this will be weekly reading happening closer to the dates of the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, seeing what kind of effects they will bring us, right? What kind of energies this eclipse is going to bring us during this week, okay? Seeing, well, in my case, I feel like it's different for the lunar eclipse. The solar eclipse for me is more like kind of drains my energy a little bit, but it can be different for everybody else, right? So all right, so this weekly reading is for December 14th to December the 20th, okay? And during the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. All right. Let's see for you guys for the beginning of the week. Okay. patient with your crops. Okay, I do see you guys stepping back a bit and just kind of be patient with things and how they are unfolding. And this could be relating to like their dreams and our pursuits and our goals, right? Kind of like having an understanding that it's going to take some time. And knowing that because of the enhanced energies of the solar eclipse, that those energies are going to be manifested really soon. And the energies of the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction as well. All right, so yes, we start off with the Seven of Pentacles. So this explains that, you know, it's going to, like I mentioned, it's going to take some time to grow your crops. And it's going to take some time to build this foundation that you're working hard towards. Any goals and dreams that you're trying to work towards, things that you're studying, things that you're pursuing. Yeah, this is all going to take time. You know, it's not going to be something that's going to come right away. It's going to take a lot of effort and patience, right? And consistency and commitment, right? So everything takes time, right? But what matters is that we have to be consistent with them. We have to commit to these things, to these goals. Okay, right? And this is going to take some time. But I feel like you're going to be patient about it. You're going to be patient in regards to these goals, in regards to what you're trying to build, right? And it's not, I feel like you've done this before, so it's something to be expected. So you know that the rewards are going to come in. So in the beginning of the week, I do sense that you guys will be working hard in your crafts, building something important for yourself, but you're aware and you have this understanding, this level-headedness of knowing that it's going to take time and that you're seeing it slowly grow, and that all you need to do is just nourish these crops, right? And this can be regarding relationships as well. It doesn't have to be regarding just jobs or businesses or projects that you're working on. It can be interactions with other people as well. Interactions with people, learning to be patient with the relationship, or understanding that it takes time to build a deeper level of commitment, right? So this can also be regarding relationships, okay? Hello. Brian, is that you? This is also... It is. This is karma card. So in the middle of the week we have karma, and it's so interesting because we have a solar eclipse right here, right? We have the solar eclipse right here. So it's great that we actually got this card because it's enhancing energies, like I mentioned. Oh, it is you, Brian. Hi, Brian. So the karma brings forth opportunities, resurrection of things that have reduced in energies. Perhaps if interactions have reduced, this brings forth resurrection of things, bringing forth connection again. So you see these people embracing the connections, embracing the energies, right? So this solar eclipse is actually helping enhancing the energies of interactions with other people as well, right? It's helping you guys bond more. It's bringing forth a new energy, new vitality, you know, freedom. I feel like freedom to just be, freedom to just interact without any limitations, without any restrictions. So karma is also about karma, kind of resolving karmic connections, kind of resolving karmic relationships as well, and kind of healing the past. I feel like communicating as well, expressing yourselves and resolving certain things. So it's very similar to like, well, I'm getting the energy of the justice card, right? The justice energy. So I feel like this is bringing things out to the surface that weren't communicated, and will now be brought forth in order to resolve that conflicts, right? So I think it's also, the solar eclipse is also kind of forcing that, or pushing forward into resolving that, so that our energies can be much more clear for the times ahead of us, right? Because there's big things coming for us and lots of strong manifesting energies. So that's why it's important that we release that, and we can have this new energy passing through us, you know, a new energy, new vitality, right? So karma is also about releasing that karma and resolving karmic relationships and bringing forth that connection again with others, right? And you can also be doing a ritual as well, right? Can you see the stream properly, Brian? Or is it like lagging? Yeah, I've been doing every week, weekly streams. You should come join me more often, Brian. We can chat more. So yeah, this is the middle of the week for you guys, okay? And I just love how there's like a solar eclipse right there. Okay. I just love that because it's just like supporting the message, supporting the energy, right? So, and also I do feel like it's coming to your aid. Like this solar eclipse is coming to your aid. It's like this powerful helper, I feel that because we are talking about dreams and goals and manifestations. I feel like it's kind of like coming to your aid to actually be able to pursue your dreams and giving you solutions, like we mentioned, to resolve blockages and conflicts that didn't allow you to, pursue it or start the journey towards it, right? So it's kind of like coming to your aid, this eclipse, right? And it's bringing forth a sense of vitality and excitement and joy. Oh, that's great. I'm glad it's good quality. That's good. I'm glad. Oh, I love you, Brian, too. I love you. Say hi to Nicole for me. Now, we have a very heavy energy at the end of the week, though. Okay, and we have the Death card. Now, this card is about transformation and transitioning. So a part of you is no longer there anymore, and you're transforming into something new. Okay, this is a transition card. So a part of, like we were mentioned, old truths that no longer serve us, right? So this is a new truth coming to the surface, like we mentioned in the beginning of the video. So this card speaks of being aware that there are certain things now that you're resonating with more strongly, right? And things that you resonated before, serve their purpose, but it has done its job, right? So now there's new things that you are resonating with, and that there's new things that you are connecting with, and that is becoming your new truth. So this is kind of like shedding an old skin of yours and embracing a new skin that you now have, right? Kind of like going through a metamorphosis, or like a caterpillar finally becoming like a butterfly and spreading the wings. So it has gone through that dark night of the soul. It has gone through, a cocoon, and then now you can just embrace your new energy, right? That is becoming like a butterfly, right? And spreading your wings. Or just like peeling that skin, that old skin off that was like an old identity of yours, or was like certain things or goals you had before no longer resonating with you. So now it's time to pursue those new goals and new inspirations that kind of like actually resonate with who you are. It's aligning to you and pushing you forward towards that. So that's what the Death card is about. It's about transitioning and moving forward to a new form, a new identity of yourself, a new truth, right? So this is really strong, very strong energies for this week. Mostly starting in the middle of the week, the solar eclipse energy is going to start doing its magic, I feel, right? And then it's going to actually start to take effect. You're going to start to see the results of it at the end of the week. So you're going to actually feel that ending, feel that part shed from you, right? And you're going to feel like a new form has risen within you. Okay, so get prepared for that at the end of the week. So I'm going to take a few cards from the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards to see a little bit more about their reading. Okay, so I love this deck. And then I'll take a card from the Sacred Rebels. But I'm scared of getting the same card because I keep getting the same card about releasing old wounds. So yeah, I was tempted to like take it out and like put it to the corner and not like put it in the deck because I'm scared of it showing up again. Brian, does the reading resonate? Do you feel like it's happening for you? Oops. Accidentally have another card there. All right, so let's see. Universe. Yes, this is exactly what I mean about embracing your new truth, because it's happening. Universe, this is the World card. So the World card, it brings forth new opportunities. It brings forth completion. Okay, firstly, it brings forth completion into your journey. So your journey is now ending in these trials and challenges that you have gone through for the previous 10 years, let's just say. It's now ending. Your journey has been completed, and it's kind of like you're graduating from that, let's just say, and you're stepping forward into a next stage now, preparing yourself for the next 10 years of this new you, this new beginning, right? This new truth that you are starting to resonate with more strongly. So the universe is being in that center, being in that core of inner knowing within you, and ready to manifest that essence of you, of who you really are. Okay, so having that courage to pursue the things that you want, and getting out of your comfort zone, seeing that these opportunities, these doors of opportunity are starting to open now, right? So the universe is a card of showing you that the door is opening, right? So it's like, the door's been closed for quite some time, and then, things been stagnant, I feel, and you've been desiring doors to open, but no doors have opened. But the universe is suggesting that doors are now opening. Okay, so be prepared. Okay, so. Oh, cool. What are you playing, Brian? What game are you playing? Are you in Discord? I have to download that. Then he keeps telling me to go and download Discord so I can reach you guys and talk to you. You're going to have to teach me how to use it. Okay, one more card. Suffering silence. So this card is suggesting that we have gone through a lot of challenges and tribulations, and we have really gone through a lot of pain within ourselves, but like we've been suffering alone, and we haven't been able to reach out to others for assistance, for help, seeing that we just kind of keep it all inside, right? We're keeping all this pain within ourselves, inside of us, without being able to open up to others, or communicating it to others, seeing how that it's very important to communicate other people about what we're going through. And I understand, because it's very difficult to reach out to people, right, who can understand, and it's very hard to be vulnerable with other people. But the universe does bring opportunities for us to actually be able to open up to others and reach out to others in order to resolve certain conflicts we're going within ourselves, certain sufferings that we're going within ourselves, right? So suffering in silence is suggesting that we reach out to others that we can trust and open up, so that we can heal these wounds, heal the situations that we're going through internally, and not keep it all inside, right? Because it can be very harmful to keep it all inside of ourselves, right? And if we don't release it, it can be very damaging to the body. It can become damaging to the physical body, and energetically it can become physically after. So it's very important we heal these wounds, or these situations that we're going through internally, so that we can finally go through a healing process, right? And we become much more lighter. And I think it's important that we do this. It's important because since things are happening so quickly for us at this time, because things are happening, because the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is going to bring forth basically your dreams coming true, right? You have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for that energetically. You have to be ready for that emotionally. And you have to have that strength to push on forward towards that, right? It's like we mentioned in the previous weekly reading too, we are moving into the fifth dimension. We are going through a shift. So the fifth dimension does involve purging a lot and releasing a lot of things and healing a lot of things, right? So that we can start living in a high vibrational state. and being those high vibrational beings that we're truly meant to be, and actually living physically in the 5D, heaven on earth, being in that frequency, such a healing energy, right? But we have to remove all those blockages first. We have to remove all that pain we have inside of us, and we have to start opening up and releasing things, or trusting others that can help heal us, right? And so that we can bring in forth new energies, because these wonderful energies are ready to come to us, right? And are ready for us to manifest, and they're happening quick. So that's why it's important to do that healing process, right? So I'm going to take one more card. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get Discord. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you guys are always on it. I just haven't had time to go. But I really wanted to, because then he's like, that's the only way to reach Brian. I'm like, okay, so I must reach Brian on Discord. Right? Okay, one more card for this weekly reading. Hope. Beautiful. So we have this beautiful healing waters coming for us at the end of the week. And it's kind of like going to be a breath of fresh air for you. Like I mentioned, right? We are suffering in silence. But I feel like there's going to be assistance for you at the end of the week. It's going to bring forth those healing waters for you. It's going to be much more liberating, much more serene. It's going to feel, like a breath of fresh air again, right? And that's why it's very important we reach out. And we reach out to the right people, the people that we can trust, right? So there's going to be this kind of healing coming forth for us at the end of this week, and kind of a sense of hope, that things, that kind of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So like I mentioned, this was your dark tunnel, and it was quite dark, quite lonely, or lots of suffering, I feel, but like quiet suffering. I'm not really mentioning about it, right? But with assistance and with opening up, right, and reaching out, there's going to be this hope, this assistance, this healing coming for you, right? And things are going to be much more optimistic for you. So after going through this dark tunnel, looks like you'll be starting to see the light finally, okay? And approaching it. And you're going to see it there, slowly manifesting, slowly seeing the glimpse of that light at the end, that hope, okay? That brilliance. Probably somebody's going to be like this hope, for you, this faith, this, because I do see this person here in the sun. It's like bringing out these sun rays, this individual, having this luminous energy within them that can be very healing, right? So maybe it's an individual that can be this hope, this faith for you, that is slowly manifesting and slowly approaching you in your life. Perhaps a therapist or a healer or somebody, a family member, or anybody that you may know. But it does not have to be a person. It can also be just seeing how things unfold in your life, and seeing how things are starting to look more brighter in your life, more optimistic, and much more happier, right? So this is what I mean about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is a perfect energy that's going to be delivered to us close to the end of the week. So in the end of the week, we're going to start seeing glimpses of that manifestation, of that light, of that sun, of that brilliance, bringing forth joy and happiness again for us, and healing, most importantly, healing. Okay, so that's what I see for you guys at the end of the week. Okay, so don't suffer in silence, because when we open up, that's going to bring forth healing and happiness again, because this is coming. Okay, and it's ready for you. All right, so I'm going to take out a card from the Sacred Rebels and see what's the last message we have. I'm going to laugh so hard if it's the same card. The one that I was tempted to take out. So what do you guys think of the reading? Did it resonate? Could you relate to it? Brian, next time we should ask Nani to join in the chat too. That would be very, very fun. Okay, so I'm going to take out a card from Saturn Rebels and see what messages we have here for you. Yes, tell her. It will be fun. Okay, so let's take out one more card. Oh, okay, well, the card didn't repeat itself, so we have this. Oh, I love this card. I love the owl energy. Owl energy is so healing, so full of wisdom. Something like beyond understanding. It's just, you look into their eyes, they just are so level-headed. They are just so centered, and they just know so much. There's this wisdom that the owls bring. Okay, and it says, "Be the hunter, not the hunted." Okay, so I feel like this kind of relates to the message of the spider, being the spider and not the fly. So that's what I can relate this message in regards to the owl. The owl has so much wisdom, and it has so much understanding of situations around us, that it doesn't allow itself to be a victim, right? It's telling you not to be the victim, but instead be the hunter, right? But it's kind of like saying be the spider, instead of the fly, right? So, but what it's trying to say about being the spider or being the hunter is that don't let things and situations limit you. Don't be the victim of the situations, because there's just so much we don't know about our power, about what we're capable of, about what we can achieve, about our own divinity, about being our own god and goddesses, and being the ones in control of this matrix, actually, and being the ones that can manifest anything we want in our realities. So getting to know our inner power, our inner solar power, right, that is within us, that we want to shine. But because of these programmings that we've received at a young age, from external influences, from people, families, or school systems, or the media, we've been programmed to believe that we're limited, right? That we are not capable of achieving all these things that we really are really capable of achieving, right? And even more, right? So it's telling you to be like the spider instead of the fly, to be the owl, instead of like be the wise owl that hunts, not that gets hunted. That's what it's saying. So don't be afraid of the world. The world is there to assist you, to give you tools to be what you're meant to do, to achieve the things that you're meant to achieve, and that you are capable of so much more, right? Because you have all this power, you have all this wisdom, and you have, most importantly, self-confidence in yourself and courage. Okay, so that's the message of the owl. So at the same time, the owl is speaking about being humble with certain situations, and being that knowing within yourself, being centered and wise about certain things that will help you carry you forward in certain tasks and challenges in life, right? So gaining this wisdom and being that is also going to be a great advantage for you, for whatever you're trying to achieve in life, or whatever situations you're trying to attain, goals that you want to attain. That being that owl, carrying the essence of the owl, will help you a lot. Being grounded and just having that humble nature will serve you a lot as well. But still having that power, to use it whenever you need to, right? Because you control your reality, right? And you're not the prey of the reality, let's just say, or the hunted, right? Okay, so that's the message of the owl. So when you look at the owl, what else do you see here? What else do you feel that it means? I wonder if this is the flower of life symbol around it. bringing forth creation, seeding creations, birthing ideas. So perhaps birthing ideas that can help people, right? Maybe people need your wisdom. People need to hear what the owl needs to say, right? And birthing it, through perhaps artistic endeavors or any other creative forms. So that's what I feel for this card. So yes, that's the message of the Sacred Rebels. So okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this weekly reading of December 14th to December the 20th. So look forward for those energies coming forth for the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and I'm going to try to figure out what we can do, what kind of rituals we can do for this December 21st. Okay, what to expect for the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. Even though we read already about it, but mostly kind of how can we prepare energetically for it, right? That's what's important right now, is how do we prepare for it, right? Because it could be strong, and perhaps we can feel the energies taking place a little bit early than December 21st, right? So maybe 2 days before, start preparing for it, right? So that we can allow these energies to kick in smoothly, right? So, all right, guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, Brian. Bye, Kevin. All right. Peace. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.